Hey guys, I'm really excited to announce that registration is now open for the Self Storage Summit. So go to theselfstoragesummit.com. So the big question is this: how are those in the self-storage industry like us going to be successful in today's market? That's the question, and this show will give you the answers. My name is Jim Ross, and welcome to the Self Storage Show. All right, jump on in here. Hey guys, get someone centered. How to update the background a little bit. And, kind of exciting. Starting today, started recording for the summit. So I was too lazy to change my background. So you get this one today. Starting today, going to be recording for those that are participating in the summit. Again, how it all works is that got 30 speakers, so can't about to expect all them to come on live during those 3 days. That'd be a logistical nightmare. So no, all those sessions are recorded and then housed online, and they go live on November 19th, 20th, 21st. But starting today, we start the recording process. So ready or not, here we're starting here. It's gonna be fun. A lot of work, but yeah, it's coming along. So hence that's why the background's there. Anyway, for today, let's first make sure the sound is okay. Always double check. Okay, we're good. Cool. Again, it's always nice to see some people coming on live. Hello, that's great. Everyone else kind of watches this later on, and it also goes on the podcast form. It's kind of been content for the podcast as well. So it's kind of how I do things. I create one piece of content and I kind of rip it apart and distribute it in other ways. Either on LinkedIn or on Facebook or Instagram feed, or there's of course the podcast. So it's kind of how that works. Anyway, for today, I was kind of just thinking what I want to talk about, and I guess this kind of gets stemmed from my last visit to Vegas. As you know, I manage locations for third-party management, and I used to manage sites myself as a storage manager back in the day. And I'll fully admit, that it's been a long time since I've been behind the desk, and dealing with customers, day in and day out, and what's involved in that process. So first off, hats off to all the managers out there. It's a tough job. Sometimes it can be a thankless job at times. So hey, I got my full respect. It's tough at times. I remember being manager back then and dealing with all the crap that goes along with everyday self-storage management, because quite frankly, the people that we're dealing with in this industry are going through a hard time in their life. They have they're going through some sort of struggle, whether it be a death, or they're moving or getting divorced, and it's never fun having to use storage and being in need of having storage. It's never a great time. Nobody ever is excited to come use our service. That's for sure. So yeah, sometimes that kind of carries over into their interaction sometimes with storage managers. So I empathize. I get it. But that kind of leads me to as far as empathizing with the storage manager. Well, sometimes I kind of forget this sometimes as well, is kind of empathizing with our consumer, our customer, and what they're going through when they're needing our services. And this stemmed from, I was in Vegas, and I always go a day early when I go to the conferences and stuff like that, so I can actually work for a day before the conference hits. And I was there with storage manager going through our stuff, and this lady walks in, just had like, you could tell she was having a day, tears were kind of welled up in her eyes, and she's like, hey, I need storage. Do you have anything available? So of course we went through that whole point with her of finding storage for her, and she just almost kind of tell like a little relief come over her. She's like, okay, good, thank you. I'm glad you got something here. I work right across the street. How long is this going to take? What, like an hour, 2 hours to get this set up, right? For like the contract? She's like, yeah. I'm like, I don't know, give us 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops. Take longer to go check out the unit than will that part of it. She's like, really? She was so happy. And then she, as happens, in storage, you start hearing people's life story on kind of what brings them to you. And you managers out there listening to this, you know what I'm talking about. You're like the self-storage counselor is what it really should be, because we hear, almost like a bartender, you hear everyone's stories, whether you want to or not. And anyway, this particular lady, we started talking about how her, I think she said 11 years, 17, I don't know. It was a long time. It was a long-term relationship that just ended. And she's like, not about to try to fix it. I'm out. And she wasn't the first step of going out, of moving on, is moving my stuff out. So hence, that's why I'm here. So kind of what I'm getting at too is try to remember your why of why we're in the business. I get, hey, owners, I get it. It's an investment. It's a business. You're making money off of it. Fantastic. There's also another picture here, and that we're providing a service to the community. We're there when they need it. And for storage managers, sometimes it's a nice reminder. And again, I know sometimes you deal with the day in and day out crap of being a storage manager, what's entailed in that. One of these days I'm gonna start one of these sessions like this and start interviewing some managers, and like, tell us about your day. What's going on? What's on your mind? Tell us about yourself. So, hey, any storage managers out there, let me know. That's actually going to be a quick tangent. That's actually one of the bonus features when you get the all access pass for the summit, is I'm actually interviewing self-storage managers that are really at the top of their game in storage, and just kind of getting a success blueprint of kind of what they do and how they do and what they're doing at their site to make a positive impact. And it's kind of a managers, from managers to managers kind of a thing. So it'd be kind of cool. So, hey, anyone out there wants to chat with me, yeah, reach out to me. Let me know. Anyway, back. For the storage managers, you're kind of dealing with this day in, day out, but sometimes just take a moment and just pause for a second, and just realize, kind of empathize with that customer, and remember, what we're doing and why we're doing it. And again, the why is, at least from my point of view, that why is we're helping people out when they need a break. Life's not treating them very well at the moment. And like I said before, it's not like people are wanting to use storage, they kind of need to use storage. So the fact that we can be there to help them in that turmoil time, most likely, is great. That's a great why. We're there to help them helping our community, helping them one by one for each customer, each tenant. Just having that why of knowing that we're here to help, man, it kind of makes some of those days that are rough better, quite frankly, because you have a little bit bigger picture of what you're working with and what that common goal is of just helping our community. Really what it is. We all know the storage is such a localized business. Your 3 mile market, 5 mile market, kind of depending on where you're at, but it's pretty tight knit. So I just always try to think of have that bigger picture why. And like I said before, I'm totally admit, I kind of lose track of that at times as well. And it wasn't until I was in that office and seeing that interaction with that customer, I'm like, oh yeah, there it is. That's the why again. It's not the how many move-ins did we get this one week, or in this month, or Are we hitting our quarterlies? How's this quarter compared to last quarter? And what's our ROI on this marketing strategy that we're doing right now? Great for business wise, but again, for that big, more of the macro overlook of what we're doing in this storage business, well, that's when it comes back to knowing what your why is. So that's kind of like, I'm not saying it's going to be my action item for you guys today or whatever, but just take a moment and seriously, just take a second, kind of reflect on your community service you're providing. And, I always like to write things down, but maybe write it out. What's my why? What are we actually doing here? The bigger picture, the service we're providing. And, that it'll help. And so this is kind of going out to the managers, but again, some of those days you're like, oh, this sucks. And I get it. You have those days. And sometimes it seems like it's one day, one thing after another, after another, after another. I know I've been there. But having this why can really help, kind of like your guiding North Star kind of a thing. So anyway, that is my little thought of the day. Let's just put it that way. That could be the new concept. Thought of the day. All right. For real quick, I always like to give one little call to action here. Talked about it. Self-storage summit. We're starting to record today, which is nerve-wracking and exciting at the same time. So yeah, please, it's free to register. The selfstoragesummit.com. Check it out. Links there below. Again, you can sign up for free. Then you'll be brought to a page like saying, hey, cool, awesome. It's free to watch and listen those 3 days. But if you want the all access pass, that way you own everything. There's going to be some cool bonuses on top of that as well. You'll be provided that option as well. It's cheap. Basically, it's a 10 by 20 1 month rental. And yeah, you're going to get that back many, many, many times over in value. So that's the goal anyway. So anyway, quick plug there. Thanks a lot, guys. I will do this again tomorrow. Hope you're enjoying this. So great. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.
Thanks for supporting the show. I want to let you know that we just opened up our brand new free private Facebook group. There I'll be having some extra special content not found anywhere else. If you really want your facility to be a success in today's market, then this is going to be the place for you. You can request to join us at selfstoragecommunity.com or search for Self Storage Domination Community on Facebook.